Hello, my dearest students. In today's video, we are going to discuss the poem How to Tell Wild Animals, which is written by Carolyn Wells. This is a poem which uses dark humor and mentions the different ways in how we can die in a very light-hearted way, which is also entertaining. So let's go into the poem. The poem in total has 6 stanzas, and the rhyming scheme followed in the entire poem is A, B, A, B, C, C type of rhyming scheme, where chance and advance rhyme, east and beast, and dine and lion. So how the poet has written the poem is the characteristic features of a particular animal is mentioned in all the lines, and in the last line the animal is mentioned or unraveled. Also, if you have noticed, personification is used throughout the poem. Personification means when animals are given human-like traits. Now, if you see, instead of mentioning it, which is usually used for animals, they have mentioned it as he. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, so the poet is saying, if you ever go by accident or unexpectedly to the jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast. So if by chance you go to the jungles in the east, and there, if you are approached by a large and tawny beast. Tawny means orangish brown. If he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Okay. So the roar of the lion is extremely ferocious or scary, which can kill us out of our fear. So if you are scared and if you are dying out of fear because of the roar of an animal which is large and orangish brown that has approached you in the jungle, you will know that it is the Asian lion. So we will know that we have encountered an Asian lion. Another 2 words that you can use instead of fear is fright or terror. So the literary device that is used in this stanza is assonance. Assonance is the repeating of the O vowel sound in words that are closely placed together. So I hope the first stanza is clear. Let's move to the next one. Or if sometime when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you. So in the next stanza, the poet says that if sometime when you're wandering round, a royal wild beast addresses you or greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. So here the description of the tiger is given as with black stripes. So a tiger has black vivid stripes on the orange body and on a yellow ground. So here the description of given as it has black vivid stripes on a orange body. Just notice if he eats you. So if the animal ingests you or consumes you or eats you, this simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So this, if the tiger eats us, then if the animal eats us, then it will help us learn that the animal is a Bengal tiger, and hence we can recognize or distinguish it. So this stanza says that when we are roaming around, if a royal beast addresses us, which has black vivid stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he ingests you or consumes you, then the simple rule will help us distinguish or recognize that that animal is a Bengal tiger. So let's see what literary device is used in this stanza. I told you if the repetition of the O vowel is there in a line, then that is called assonance. Yes. And if there is a repetition of the consonant sound. Then that literary device is called alliteration. So if you see here, roaming round, repetition of the R sound. Let's move to the next stanza. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered. Okay, so in the next stanza, the poet says that if we are wandering in a very relaxed or in a very leisurely manner, so that is strolling. Strolling means just enjoying your walk. A beast you view, so you see or you encounter a beast whose hide. Now, hide means the skin of an animal is called a hide. Whose hide with the spots is peppered. So, if there is an animal who has spots on their hide, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. So as soon as he has pounced on you, you will come to know that it is a leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain. He'll only leap and leap again. So the poet says that it will not be helpful for you to cry out in pain, because if you do so, he will only jump and pounce again. So here the poet has taken poetic liberty to change the spelling of leapt, which is L-E-A-P-T, to only leapt. So let's just look at the overview of this stanza. If you're wandering in a very leisurely or in a relaxed manner and you encounter a beast whose hide has spots on it, and as soon as he pounces on you or jumps on you, you will get to know that it is a leopard. It will not be helpful to you even if you cry out in pain, because he will only jump and pounce again and again. So the literary device here used is again assonance. So what is assonance? Repetition of the O vowel sound in closely placed words. And alliteration is used here, where he has repetition of the H alphabet. If when you're walking around your yard, so yard means it could be your backyard, your lawn, your patch, you meet a creature there. So there you encounter an animal who hugs you very, very hard. Be sure it is a bear. So how do bears attack? They stand on their hind legs and they pounce on you. So that is why it is said who hugs you very, very hard. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. So if you have any doubts means suspicion without if it is really a bear, then he will give you one more stroke or one more touch, and then you will be sure that it is a bear. So the literary device used here again is assonance, which is the repetition of the O vowel sound. Also another literary device used is repetition, where the word very, very is repeated to show the intensity of how hard a bear can attack you. The next stanza says, though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus. This stanza says that to distinguish means differentiate, a beast of prey. Now, prey is the person who is being eaten. So, the person who eats it, an animal, is called a predator. So, the beast of the prey means actually the predator. So, to differentiate a predator, a novice might nonplus. Novice is a non-expert or a beginner might find it confusing. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyenas thus. So, the poet says you can always distinguish between which predator a crocodile is and which predator is the hyena. The hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So when hyenas get very excited, the hyenas cackle. So they make a sound which seems like they are laughing. So that is why it is said, hyenas come with merry smiles. So the cackling of the hyenas sound like they are laughing. And if you know the phrase crocodile tears, मतलब मगरमच्छ की आंसू, वो क्या है? To show insincere emotion. So here the poet is saying that to distinguish between the different predators, that is between a crocodile and a hyena, you can get to know is a hyena will always laugh while a crocodile will weep. So in this stanza, alliteration is used where the repetition of the N sound is present here. The last stanza, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. So here the poet is talking about the characteristic trait of a chameleon, about how we can recognize a chameleon. So the chameleon, a true chameleon is small in size. It looks like a lizard. So looks like means its appearance. I taught you the spelling of appearance in the previous video, if you remember, the most common spelling mistakes in writing. Yes, appearance. Yeah. He hasn't any ears at all, so the chameleon has no ears and no wings. If it's nothing on the tree, so if you cannot see anything on the tree, then you can be assured that it is a chameleon. Because what does a chameleon do? A chameleon conceals itself. Conceal means hide itself by changing its color according to the surrounding. So this phenomenon of changing their color according to their surrounding is called camouflage. So camouflaging is changing the color. So if you see nothing on the tree, that means the chameleon has definitely changed the color according to the bark of the tree. So if you don't see anything, if that means it has concealed itself and there is definitely a chameleon there. Now let's look at the theme of the poem. The first theme is the importance of being well informed. So how it is important to be well informed. The characteristic traits and the method of attack by the wild animals is mentioned. Yes. So how they seem or their appearance is mentioned. Like in the case of a chameleon, how it seems to be, or in a leopard that it has spots, or a tiger it has black vivid stripes. So the poet talks about the appearance of the wild animal and also the method of attack, of like a bear which will pounce on you like a hug, or a tiger will eat you. So this can help us to stay vigilant. Vigilant means aware, total awareness. So that next time when we are in a jungle, we can be aware of the different types of attack and the different types of wild animals that are present. The poet has used dark humor to elicit. Elicit means show the different ways in which we can distinguish a wild animal in their natural habitat, mentioning their primal urge. So primal urge means when they are born with an urge to do something. Like a bear will stand on its 2 feet and attack, or the primal urge of a tiger is to pounce and eat us. That is the primal urge. And their untamed spirit. Untamed means that is not controlled. That is their free spirit of how they will be in their natural habitat without any human intervention. So if there's an animal in the circus, it has been trained. So that will say it is being tamed. So I hope this poem was clear. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm praying for you. God bless, but make sure you work hard, because do your best and then God will do the rest. Thank you.